The price of Bitcoin is $27,728. This weekend it had a significant rally to the upside, but today has been a bit of a down day with Bitcoin's price down 1.31%. The question is, how is Bitcoin's price looking right now? What are my next trades going to be? And of course, what's going to go on with the price of Ethereum? Because my personal expectation right now is that Ethereum significantly outperforms the price of Bitcoin. Now, looking at how everything is performing right now, my theory is correct, with Ethereum slightly outperforming Bitcoin today on the daily chart. Now, this is the Ethereum versus Bitcoin chart right now. This is my expectation that I showed you in the previous video, and I think this is going to happen over the course of the next week. If I'm correct, then the altcoin market is going to have a significant jump to the upside, and you can find out more about that over on the main channel, where tomorrow everything starts kicking back off again with regards to the altcoins. But today we're discussing Bitcoin, the price of Bitcoin, what's going to happen to the price of Ethereum, today's cryptocurrency news, and a few other little bits thrown in there as well, especially some on-chain data. I thought it'd be interesting to update you all on what's going on with Bitcoin on-chain and how that affects the value of Bitcoin going forward into Bitcoin halving 2024. So if you're interested in that, then please do drop a like on today's video, subscribe to the channel, make sure you turn on channel notifications, and let's crack on. Let's try and get 1,000 likes. Probably not going to happen, especially not at 10 o'clock on a Monday night on a bank holiday. So we can try, we can do our best. Anyway, Bitcoin's price right now, $27,717. If you look at it on the smaller time frame of 15 minutes, you'll see that Bitcoin rallied up throughout the course of the weekend and then shot down significantly. Now, the question is at this point in time is, are we going to find support at these levels? And my expectation is probably yes. For me, the level of which I said, look, when we break above it, we're going to shoot to the upside, and we did do that, is $27,500. We've broken that $27,500 level now. We've broken the downtrend. If we were to be charting Bitcoin right now on something like the hourly chart, we could show you that basically Bitcoin made a higher low, ever so slightly, just a slightly higher low than what we made before. And at the same time as making that higher low, we also completed a W reversal pattern. The key level that Bitcoin now needs to trade above in order to confirm the breakout is $28,200. Now, if we start trading up towards $28,200, I'm going to be getting excited at that point, because then the final level would be this one up here, which is approximately $29,000. A break of $29,000 on the price of Bitcoin then starts making these $30,000, $35,000 levels much more likely heading into kind of summer 2023. Looking at the 4-hour chart right now when it comes to the price of Bitcoin, how is everything getting along? Well, of course, it is bull flagging outwards, stock upwards, bull flag outwards, break to the upside seems somewhat likely at this point in time, but it is yet to be seen. When it comes to how Bitcoin dominance is getting on, well, Bitcoin dominance continues to just trade sideways in this range, kind of forming a diamond pattern, but at the same time, bit of a bull flag. It's difficult to say what it's doing really, but my expectation is Bitcoin dominance is about to drop, because I think that Ethereum is going to start taking lumps out of it, given that Bitcoin dominance has been trending upwards now for around a year. Basically, this is June of last year, this is June of this year. It's been pretty much one whole year of upwards momentum. It's kind of unbelievable that we've been stuck in this range for so long. Like, thinking about it now, this is 2021. This is the bull market that happened here. Ever since then, just in this range. It's crazy. Now, talking about the price of Ethereum, how is Ethereum getting on? Well, we can very clearly see we had that W reversal pattern play out perfectly on the price of Ethereum. We've now broken the downtrend on Ethereum. In order to confirm further upwards momentum, it needs to break above this level right here of $1,932. That is about $40 higher than where the price currently sits. So another significant move to the upside would be required in order for Ethereum to confirm its current breakout. But also important to point out, Ethereum, Bitcoin, every crypto asset in the world right now has been incredibly not volatile. Like, nothing has been happening in the crypto world. It's unbelievable how little has been going on. Prices do nothing. Price charts do nothing. Everything moves by 1% a day. Volumes are very low. Interest is very low right now. Look at the views on this channel compared to where they were at even 6 months ago during the FTX crash. It's crazy how much everything has dropped. That will all increase again fairly soon. If you're watching these videos right now, good for you. Because honestly, it's worth your time to pay attention to the markets right now. We go through these waves. Currently, we're just at that bottom. I mean, I see it with my own YouTube data, especially look at the main channel. I published that video on the main channel. and it did absolutely abysmally, even though it was a pretty good video. So yeah, I just think we're at that lull point in the market. Everything's just coming out of its lull, starting to peak upwards again. We're even seeing it with YouTube data right now. Everything is just on the rise. Now, in terms of Bitcoin versus Ethereum, I think that this has confirmed its breakout at this point in time. We had that drop down to the downside. That was to liquidate a bunch of long positions on Ethereum, bounced straight back to where it was. And at this point in time, I think Ethereum over the next couple of weeks is going to have a significant rally. In terms of how I'm positioning myself right now on BYBIT, well, of course, check out the link for BYBIT in today's video description. If you use the link in today's video description, you get up to $30,000 for free when you sign up in KYC. Important to point out, UK people can KYC on BYBIT. US people, you can't use this website, but UK people, you can. Europeans, you can. It is, from my perspective, the best exchange. You don't really see any other exchanges on this channel because I think that's the best one. I've never had an issue with it, and I'm fully KYC'd on there. Now, check out BYBIT. What I'm doing right now, well, I'm looking for where to place a long position. On Bitcoin, I'm looking for $27,500. On Ethereum, I'll tell you where I'm looking to place a long position because I've closed all my longs at this point. I closed them on the spike upwards this weekend, and really, I'm waiting to see what happens tomorrow morning. Now, on Ethereum, I'd like to be longing a retest of the previous high that we set here at approximately $1,871, around $20 lower than where the price currently sits. I'll be taking a long position at this level right here. I'll be very patient, wait for that level. When we get to that level, I will go long, and hopefully then the price bounces back to the upside. Now, in terms of what's going on in the crypto world today, we had some pretty good news. US debt ceiling deal stops Biden's proposed 30% DAME tax on Bitcoin miners. If you want to read more about this, go to cryptosavingexpert.com. But this is a particularly interesting thing with the debt deal basically stopping the taxes on Bitcoin miners, meaning that basically Bitcoin mining is going to stay profitable in the US, which means the Bitcoin network will maintain its security. Do you know anything about the Bitcoin Ordinals that have been happening recently with the BRC20 tokens, which are tokens that are based on top of Bitcoin? I'm going to explain more about those pretty soon, especially on the main channel, because I think there's some good opportunities in the altcoin space on BRC20 tokens. But on the whole, they're basically clogging the network, meaning that there's all these miners that are making all this money on transaction fees on Bitcoin right now. It's very interesting what's going on with Bitcoin. Very, very interesting. Point is, it's looking pretty bullish to sum it up, because again, these videos on this channel, they're quite short. Other things to point out would be that Bali has warned tourists to stop using crypto for payments. TerraSac cuts compensation for staff amid failed investment in FTX, and crypto scammers generated 6 figures from investors on Bitcoin Pizza Day. If you want to learn more about these things, check out cryptosavingexpert.com. It is the best place to go and learn about crypto on a daily basis, better than all of the other ones that you'll find on the internet, better than CoinMarketCap, better than Cointelegraph, better than CoinDesk, from my opinion. But of course, I own it, so, you know, full clarity. We've spent millions. It's unbelievable how much money we've spent, and an abhorrent amount of money, and every month it costs more because everything is free. Anyway, check it out, link in today's video description. Now, I said I was going to talk about on-chain data for Bitcoin today, so let's talk about on-chain data for Bitcoin today. This right here is the Bitcoin stock to flow model. In terms of the stock to flow model, we can see from previous history, the closer that we get to a Bitcoin halving, the darker the color gets, the more into the bottom we get, and then when we're right in the very bottom, Bitcoin halving happens and the price goes vroom, and it happens every single time, vroom, vroom. And so we're heading into that period of time right now where you would expect Bitcoin's price to return back to the median line here. I think a realistic price target for Bitcoin this year is back up to this medium line around kind of November time, around $54,000. And then later next year, we could potentially be looking all the way up here, like 2025, $489,000 Bitcoin would be where the stock to flow model puts the price of Bitcoin. And it is realistic to think that if you understand the way that Bitcoin mining works, means that you need it to maintain its profitability. If Bitcoin mining isn't profitable for Bitcoin miners, then the price of Bitcoin needs to increase for Bitcoin mining to be profitable. That means miners stop selling their coins. You have a constant inflow demand for Bitcoin, which means that there is constantly more people adopting Bitcoin. So if those that hold the most, those that create the Bitcoins in the first place, stop selling them, then the price just goes up. At the same time, don't forget that Tether, the USDT foundation that made, I think it was $1.2 billion profit in Q1 this year, is basically buying, with 15% of all its profits, they're going to buy Bitcoin. Bearing in mind that Tether is an organization that will continue to grow, that means that the amount of Bitcoin they're going to buy is going to continue to grow. That will have price impact in and of itself, and it's very good news for the crypto space. Now, the next thing would be terminal price. What is terminal price? Well, every time we come up, we touch this red line, Bitcoin's price drops to the downside. Now, the terminal price for right now would be, I mean, if Bitcoin's terminal price right now is currently sitting at $115,000. Big terminal price, the way that it's calculated, does rely on Bitcoin having a run to the upside in order to calculate the new terminal price. As it sits right now, though, we are not at a terminal price. There is no reason to believe that Bitcoin's price has topped out because the terminal price, according to this data right here, has not been reached. In terms of the balanced price right now, which predicts the bottom of the market, well, we did hit the balanced price. So we can confirm at this point, according to the balanced price, the bottom for crypto is in right now. So for those people that are loading up their bags and and are still stocking up on crypto right now, those people are probably going to have a good time over the next couple of years according to the balanced price index. Now, one of the things that has been historically very, very interesting is the NUPL, the net unrealized profit and loss indicator. The net unrealized profit and loss indicator, when you dip into the green, you buy. When it goes into the red, you sell. It's very, very simple. And you're looking at this blue line right here. You're not looking at the price chart. The price chart, you should, according to this, have always been buying here and then selling here. But the point is, we're looking at this light right here. So currently, we are only sitting within the optimism phase. We're not within the belief phase. For the belief phase to happen, it requires Bitcoin's price basically to retest its all-time highs. And that's not going to happen probably this year. I mean, maybe very late this year, but probably not this year. So yeah, in terms of the NUPL would suggest again the bottom is in. And then the final on-chain indicator that I want to look at today is the fear and greed index, with the fear and greed index currently suggesting that we've got a score of 52, which is really neither greedy nor fearful. People are not, I mean, you can see it in the price. The data is very mixed right now. People aren't overly bullish. Nobody is overly bearish. Nobody really understands what's happening. And that's what you get just before you have a very significant move. I believe that move is going to be to the upside. We shall see if it's to the upside. I mean, I'm very, very optimistic about the markets right now. Just because I've been here in this situation, this exact situation before, I've seen exactly what happens. And I can tell you right now, look at where I am, yeah? I wouldn't be in a place like this right now if it were not for a Bitcoin bull market. I think another one is on the cards. It has been 2021 through to 2023, where we are right now, of Bitcoin pretty much just going down. Or rather the altcoin market definitely going down for 2 years straight. There's not that much longer. That's just not sustainable. There's so many good things in the altcoin space. I'm looking forward to getting back to business. That's all I can say in terms of the altcoin stuff. I really think that there'll be a lot of money made on altcoins over the next 12 months to 18 months, maybe even 2 years. I think that it's going to be a steady rise upwards. And of course, we all know it goes absolutely crazy towards the end of it. But on that note, guys, where do you think the price of Bitcoin is going to head this year? Let me know in the comment section below. I'll be replying to as many of you as possible. Please do drop a comment though. I would appreciate it. It helps so much with the algorithm. Drop a comment, leave a like on today's video. I'm in YouTube's bad books right now for being inconsistent. So I'm going to get back to being Mr. Consistent and uploading videos every single day. So drop a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.